One is by using a targeted approach, and one is by using what we call the shotgun approach. This afternoon, we're going to be talking a lot about the shotgun approach. This morning, we're going to be talking about very targeted approach. Okay, so your shotgun approach would cover your signage, your apparel, you know, all of those kinds of things. And then this morning will be the direct, targeted direct mail to locate highly profitable deals. Okay, so you're going to mail a proven letter. You want to mail something that you know works, so you're not wasting postage or marketing dollars. So what makes a proven letter work? Well, number one, you've got to mail the right letter to the right person. Okay, so all of the letters that I use, each individual direct mail campaign is worded very specifically to the target that I'm going after. It has to contain the right language. So once again, the direct mail campaign that you're focusing on, you need to use that letter for that direct mail campaign. You've got to list to the benefits to the seller of working with you. We can close quickly. Doesn't matter what condition it's in. You choose the closing date. You know, those types of things. Needs to have that response mechanism in it. I can't tell you how important that is. That will make 110% difference in the number of responses that you get to your mailings. I'll tell you right now, sellers are like anybody else. If you don't tell that seller what you want them to do, they're not going to do anything at all. So that's the reason that we put that response mechanism in there, because we're going to tell that seller exactly what we want them to do. Give the seller multiple ways to contact you. The more ways you give a seller to contact you, the more of them are going to, because you're going to be reaching them at their comfort level. So give them a mailing address, give them an email address, give them a phone number, give them a fax number, give them that website address. The more ways you give that seller to contact you, the more of them are going to. Let me give you another good piece of advice. I'm all over my students about this all the time. You have to get stable in your business right from the beginning. Mailing address. You can use a P.O. box. It's okay. They don't seem to care. I test and I track everything that I do constantly. So use a P.O. box, because what's going to end up happening is you're going to find a house that you kind of like, and you're going to move. Okay? So we've had a P.O. box for almost 20 years now. One email address. It's got to be a stable email address. I started out with AT&T 20 years ago. I still have that AT&T email address. Now I'm paying for it monthly because I've gone on to other providers. But I pay for that email address every single month to maintain that address. You will have sellers who are going to contact you a month from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, sometimes more. And you want that seller to be able to contact you. You already spent the marketing dollars to find the seller. Don't you want to make yourself available to them? Okay? So a lot of my students change phone numbers and email addresses like they change their socks. And I constantly have to tell them, you cannot do this. You have to build a stable business. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And it needs to have a strong call to action. Call us now. Fill this out and mail it back now. If you call and leave a message, give us all this information. You've got to tell the seller what you want them to do. And then the other thing is my letters, I create a strong PS. And that PS is that we budget to buy a certain number of homes per month, and we sure would like yours to be one of those. Okay, so just a real simple PS like that kind of pushes them over a little bit.